Hey, so I snagged the brand new Too Faced Born This Way matte foundation right here, and I cannot wait to try it out and see how it goes today because most of all, I tried over the years so hard to get the original Born This Way foundation to work, and it just never worked for me. I feel like I'm one of those unlucky few that just did not like it whatsoever because so many people loved it. I was not one of them, which is weird because I do have dry skin, and you might be confused on why I'm doing matte, but we'll get to that in a second. That foundation, even though it was supposed to work really, really nicely for dry skin, never worked out for me. It always looked separated and weird on me, and it just never looked good. So going back to this being a matte foundation and I have dry skin, I actually really do like matte foundations because I like a full coverage. Even though this is supposed to be medium to full buildable, I do like a full coverage matte, and I don't mind a matte coverage even though I'm dry, as long as I pair it with the right products, then everything will be hunky-dory. So I really want to see how the coverage really is on this, how the wear time is, and if it can actually look nice on my skin, because it would be nice if one of the Born This Way products would look nice on me. So that's what we're gonna be doing today in this video. By the way, if you are new to my channel and new to my face, my name is Ellix, and I would love it so much if you would consider subscribing by hitting that little red button right below this video. Just scroll up a little bit and then boop, there it is. And make sure your bell is tapped whether you are original subscriber or new. That way YouTube actually notifies you when I post new videos, which is 3 times a week, all beauty related and all cruelty free as well. But enough chit chat. Enough jibber jabbing. If you would like to see how this foundation goes just as much as I do, then you're in the right place. And all you need to do now is sit back, hang tight, and keep on watching. Boop! Okay, I brought you in a little bit closer so you can see everything in action, and you guys are in luck, by the way, because I have a couple little pimple breakout guys that are coming through on my face, and you know what? What better day to test out a foundation than when I have that situation going on, so we can see how the coverage is, especially on those guys, right? Right, we're gonna see the silver lining and the good positive things in things, especially pimples. So to start off, I'm gonna be priming and prepping my skin. Today I'm gonna be using the Tarte Timeless Smoothing Primer. I chose this primer because not only did it have very, very similar ingredients to the base of the foundation, both a silicone type of base, but also because it's smoothing, which I like. It seems to hydrate my skin a little bit, and also it helps with pores a little bit too. So matte foundations kind of already do that. That's why I do like matte foundations, because it just makes your skin just look more flawless, you know? But yeah, so this should pair very nicely. Hopefully it will. Okay, that feels good. Now I'm gonna go in with a little bit of concealer on my cheeks. If you are new to my channel, I'll let you know I have a little bit of discoloration on my cheeks, so I do always like to cover it up with a little bit of concealer before my foundation. If you don't have this issue or you don't like to cover up this way, don't worry about it, baby. So I'm gonna go in with the Born This Way multi-use sculpting concealer. I do like this concealer. I don't like the original Born This Way. So that's why I'm really hopeful for this foundation, because it's like second time's a charm for me, right? Hopefully they got this one good for my skin type. Hopefully it works out a little bit better. Just gonna blend that out really quick with the mini Tarte Blendiful. And you know what? Let me go ahead and put my hair back for the foundation portion of this video. Now, for the fun part, for what y'all signed up for when you clicked this video, right? The Born This Way matte foundation, okay? It comes in their standard packaging, and it almost just looks like a giant size of the multi-use sculpting concealer, which this looked like a giant size of the original Born This Way, so it's like a little family right there. I got the shade Vanilla. Now, most of us are in that situation right now where we have to just pick our foundation shades online. Boy, is that a challenge. Wow, especially when this launched, there were only the brand swatches, which I just never find to be that accurate with any brand. So we'll see how this goes. Too Faced also tends to lean very warm in tone. I do have a warm undertone, so it's not usually that much of an issue, but sometimes even on me, things can become too golden, too orange. It's kind of odd, but let's see how it goes. Little pump applicator I'm seeing. A little orange in tone, but let's see. Maybe this will be good because we are in the summer. It's a little bit deeper than I thought it was gonna be. This was Fair Light Neutral. I have to look it up. Vanilla. I have to see. Too Faced and ColourPop, I would say, are my #1 difficult foundations and concealers to pick from online. I have a hard time with those two brands. So I'm gonna go in with the Sigma F80 flat kabuki brush that I recently fell in love with. This brush is awesome. And I'm gonna just kind of stipple all that foundation on. It probably looks like I dotted on a lot, but I really didn't. I still have a ton left over on my hand, and that was just one pump. Any details or specifications about this? 24-hour wear, which I ain't ever gonna wear it for 24 hours, but I guess nice to know. Undetectable, super long wearing foundation. Well, yeah, you said 24 hours. Oil free, which is nice, and oil controlling, waterproof, and transfer resistant. Coconut water, which they tend to use a lot of. They also have some alpine rose in there, hyaluronic acid. So I read somewhere that it was medium to full buildable. So let me find online where it says that as soon as I blend this out. Yeah, it says medium coverage, but I did read somewhere it was medium to full buildable. Honestly, it's a more medium to full. I wouldn't even say it's quite medium. I want to go in with a little bit more though and just see how much we can build it, if it truly is buildable. It covered up that little pimple down here, but this one I didn't really get a good enough application onto. And the tone for me is pretty nice. Let me see, what was that called? The description of this vanilla shade is a very light with neutral undertones. I wouldn't say this is a true neutral. That again is how Too Faced foundations lean. They do lean more golden-y warm, and I'm seeing that a lot in this, even on the, you know, drip of my hands. It looks orange on my hands, but it looks better on my face, quite honestly. But let me finish adding this and then you guys can see how this all looks on my skin. Okay, here's the thing. I just stepped off camera for a minute because I wanted to let this foundation dry down and see how it was before setting it and going in with a bunch of other products. But as I'm letting it dry down, I'm feeling a tightness that is kind of uncomfortable right around this area and starting to go up here. So I realized, you know what, if I don't apply my concealer now, I might have a really hard time blending it into a dried down foundation. And it feels like almost dry, which would be great because then I wouldn't have to use a setting powder because again, even though I'm dry skin, I do like my setting powders, but that's mainly because I do not like a tacky feeling on my skin. So that would be great if a foundation, you know, would set itself and then I wouldn't need it, but it's really weird that it's uncomfortable feeling. And then again, I got nervous. So I'm gonna go ahead, apply my concealer, apply all my products, and then you guys can see how everything looks all put together, or else I'm not gonna be able to work with it. Okay. I don't think I like this foundation. Now, this is just first impressions, and sometimes I can make things work, but the problem is I feel it sucking the life out of my skin, which I understand it's not really meant for dry skin, so that's on me. But I do have a lot of matte foundations that I like and I enjoy and that do not make this feel like this feeling on my skin. Have you ever had to use bar soap on your face, like maybe way back in the day, right? Or any kind of face soap that feels like everything has been stripped off your skin and you just have that dry, just that squeaky clean feeling that some people like. I don't like it, where just, that's what it feels like. It feels like tightening, but not in a good way, and just borderline itchy, not itchy, but uncomfortable. So this is not working for my skin, which, okay, that's fine. I probably won't be using it, but that doesn't mean it won't work for everybody, because this might be better for oily skin. Truly, truly, truly. So let's talk about everything else that's going on. Let's talk about the coverage. Let's talk about how it just overall looks on my skin. So as you'll see here, I got it up close of what my skin looked like before I applied everything. You will see it is a true like medium to medium full coverage. And I did see the description of that on Trendmoon's Instagram. I went and hunted it down where I found somebody saying that that's what it was. And I agree with that. It does seem buildable if you work fast, because it does dry down, and you can build it up to like a medium plus. As you'll see, I have a little bit of discoloration still peeking through on my cheeks, and for the most part my pimples are covered, but I still see them a little tiny bit. Now, not only am I feeling this weird tightness on my skin that makes me feel very uncomfortable, but there's lots of texturing going on. When I was looking in my other bathroom mirror, like where I would normally get ready, I thought, this looks nice if I don't move my face, which a lot of us move our face like I am right now. When I smile, let me see if I can, there is all this crazy dryness, this pores. This does not happen with any other foundation. This is like, oh, dry city. What is this that's happening right there? That's not good. Not good. not good. But again, if you have more oily skin that needs that control, I think that's what I'm feeling. I think I'm feeling the oil control part of this foundation where it's taking whatever little bit of moisture my skin had and it's going, oh, let's take that away. And I should have known better, but I was optimistic. I was hopeful because the other Born This Way foundation worked so poorly on me. I thought, let's swing the pendulum this other way and let's try that one. But honestly, I think I would need a blend of the two, and I think that would probably be perfect. So I think I'll be leaving this foundation to those of you that truly have oily skin and need that oil control. Sadly, this one didn't work for me, but that's okay because I think that there are some people that it would work better for, and you all need some foundation too, so I can't be greedy, right? Also, I was gonna do a wear test, but because things are going the way that they are, I just honestly don't feel like I could leave this on my skin the whole day. It is getting very uncomfortable the more that it's on, and I don't like that. I don't see it changing. I don't foresee it magically settling into my skin and becoming just this miracle thing. And honestly, it's already been on for an hour and it still feels the same way, if not getting worse. So I'm done. I'm good. That's where we'll end it here. Thank you so much for stopping by and checking out my review of the new Too Faced Born This Way matte foundation. If you are new here and this is your first time you ever stumbled upon my channel, I would love it so much if you would consider subscribing before you go. That way you get notified when I post more videos, which, like I said at the beginning, is 3 times a week, all beauty related and all cruelty free as well. If you're wanting to get a little more social with me and see some extended content, don't forget to follow me over on Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, even Pinterest, Facebook. I'm everywhere. Come hit me up, come check me out, and you can see all of that. But in the meantime, I hope that every single one of you have a great, freaking awesome, wonderful, beautiful, lovely, happy day.